Hello, everyone, and hello, Myles.
What's up, Jason?
Today, we're at King's Deli, a New York-style deli right here in Burbank. And you're probably thinking, deli? Really? Well, hear us out. While they're known for their sky-high corned beef and pastrami sandwiches, they also have a full coffee and espresso bar, serving locally roasted groundwork coffee.
But, Jason, the main reason we came today was that today's the opening day of the World Cup, Russia versus Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
And this place has a TV, making it one of the rare places to watch a morning soccer match while drinking an espresso.
Well, that is rare. So I guess if we were kings, this is exactly what we'd be doing right now.
That's right.
So today, we'll be talking coffee, kids, and
World Cup.
On another edition of Coffee, Cafe, Ole, 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 Coffee, Cafe.
Coffee, Cafe! Coffee, Cafe!
Welcome. We are two work-from-home dads who get together once a week to find the best coffee around. It's our meeting at the water cooler, a chance to have some great coffee and conversation.
And to follow some rules.
Rules? Oh, the rules. Go ahead, tell us the rules, Myles. How many rules are there?
This week, there's 4 rules, Jason.
4?
For the next couple weeks, there's going to be 4 rules.
4 rules.
All the boring ones. No national chain. No more than just drip coffee.
Yeah.
It's got to be in the Burbank or surrounding areas. We go here once a year. On official business.
Right.
And it's got to have a TV.
Oh, that's the 4th rule?
Yeah, game started at 8.
Yes.
It is 9 o'clock.
Yes.
We got here for the second half.
Yes.
Saudi Arabia, Russia. And for the next few weeks, we're going to be looking for our spots where we can drink coffee and watch TV. So we looked far and wide.
Yes. And here we are.
Here we are.
I have no idea what we're going to do next week, but that's your job, not mine.
Oh, I got some research to do.
Good.
But we know.
Yes.
But we found one. King's Deli.
Yeah.
109 North Pass Avenue in Burbank, right across from the studios. It's a small little spot.
This is small.
It's known for its sandwiches.
This is just how small it is. If you know where it is, you'll still miss it.
Yeah.
It is literally hidden. It's hidden behind bushes almost.
Yeah,
I would say.
It's tough to find. You gotta stop right on the dime. Yes. But it has a great sized TV on the wall.
Yeah.
So you're sitting anywhere in this restaurant, you've got a great view of the TV, and they're playing World Cup.
Yeah,
it's like a sports deli.
Yeah. Well, now let's talk about this deli. What do you know about this deli? I hear they have amazing sandwiches.
They do. I've told you most of what I know about it. There's a TV on the wall.
Really, that seems to be the most important thing.
It
here.
used to be Cafe Magazzino.
Yes, but
they serve Groundworks coffee.
Yeah.
Did I mention it's near the studios? And it was voted best sandwich in Burbank by Thrillist magazine a couple years ago.
Is that the hot pastrami sandwich? Do you think that's?
I think it was the pastrami sandwich.
Okay,
yep.
So the pastrami sandwich is the best sandwich in Burbank, but typically delis have the standard drip coffee, right?
Yeah, it wouldn't follow our rules.
No,
right?
So that would not be acceptable. But here they actually have a full espresso bar, and so it fits right in our rules. Plus, of course, it has our 4th rule.
It qualifies, just like Russia and Saudi Arabia, who are playing right now.
Oh, okay.
We're watching Putin and the King of Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, they're having a nice conversation.
In the booth, exchanging money and oil rights.
Well, probably. So, well, that's great, Myles. So, of course, we're here, other than to talk about the World Cup, we're here to talk about the coffee. What did you get today?
Got the triple macchiato.
The triple macchiato. And how's it going with that triple macchiato?
It is triple what a normal macchiato would be. It's good. Not super on the hot side, but it's just fine.
All right.
I could take it a little bit hotter.
Sure. Well, heat is always good in coffee.
But I tell you, it is kind of rare to sit in the morning and drink an espresso drink and watch soccer.
In a deli.
Right?
Yeah, it is a little odd. And I got the Americano, and mine is actually hot. And, it's coffee. It's good. It's
Groundworks.
It's Groundworks
raw
coffee.
materials.
Look, Groundworks coffee is very good. They really do a nice job with everything they do. And I've had many types of groundwork, and I'm always happy with groundwork.
Yeah. I'm eating a bagel sandwich, too.
Yeah?
I didn't get the hot pastrami this early in the morning.
Well, that would
I'm
be
not sure I can.
Oh, well, still. But, yeah. And how is your sandwich?
It is just fine. Oh. Got egg and cheese sandwich on a bagel.
Okay. Well, then you're set. Well, before we rate our coffees, Myles, let's. How's your week going? And, of course, how's this soccer game going?
Jason, it looks like Russia's going to go through.
Yeah.
We're in the second half. I don't think I'm spoiling anything on a podcast that's going to air a couple days later?
I hope not.
But we got a couple weeks of soccer. This thing only happens once every 4 years.
Right.
So I'm here to convince you.
Yes.
You are not a huge soccer fan.
Well, look, I grew up playing soccer because I'm Cuban, and that's kind of part, baseball, soccer. Those are two things that you do. And I enjoyed playing, but I never really got into the World Cup. I don't know why. I do watch it from time to time. I'll watch the bigger games and things and enjoy it. But to follow the entire thing from start to finish, I guess it's like you watching the entire Tour de France. Maybe not your cup of tea. You'll watch the end or something like that. I love to watch cycling.
If you just need someone to help you get into it.
Okay. So you're the man.
Well, I mean, here's an opportunity. Your son is going to form some very strong, permanent memories. He's like 8 years old.
Sure.
I mean, I remember like the first World Cup
Yeah.
that we watched was the 1986 World Cup.
Oh.
Maradona was at his prime.
Okay.
There was a game in that World Cup where he scored. I don't know if you've heard the Hand of God goal.
No.
So England had just fought against Argentina in the Falklands War.
Oh.
4 years later, it was the first time their teams had played each other
Right.
on the pitch,
Yeah.
and Maradona snuck one in by hitting the ball with his hand. 4 minutes later, he started at like half field. He dribbled past like 7 British defenders, get another goal. And this is like the dream come true. I mean, for Argentina, they're going crazy.
Yeah.
And, for someone who plays like amateur sports, for like the entire world to be talking about your goal, for you to relive that moment over and over and over again,
Yeah.
it's just like, it's the best thing that can happen. And you remember that stuff growing up. It's like you watch Maradona play.
I see.
It's an exciting
Yeah.
point, not only in history, but, just like growing up and remembering like certain sporting events.
So you pass this along to your kids then? This is
I'm gonna try.
Is this why you watch World Cup?
This is a prime opportunity, Jason. We got like some of the world-class players
Yeah.
who are going to be playing,
Right.
like Messi, Ronaldo, Mo Salah.
Yeah.
So I just came here to give you a little bit of I don't want you to deprive your child of World Cup.
That's awfully considerate of you.
Later on in life, I
Yeah.
want to think back and be like, hey, Dad, remember when we got up at 6 a.m. and watched the game?
Well, okay. So what do I have to do in order to enlighten my child, Myles? What are you telling me?
So, Jason, here's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, okay.
And, whenever I give advice, you can be pretty sure that I'm going to get most of it wrong.
That's what I hear.
There's some, I think, fun opportunities for kids in this, and for adults, too. But, you're not going to watch every single game and know every single player and know everything,
It's just
right?
too much to go on.
So there are some bright spots. You got to, pick out the games that you're going to really focus on.
All right.
If you're not, a hardcore fan.
How do I pick out those games?
You're
going to tell me.
Here you go.
All right, here we go.
There are some big personalities who are world-class players
All right.
who you have to expose your kid to just because it's your parental duty.
All right. My parental duty. Go ahead. I'm writing this down. Go ahead.
Egypt.
All right, I got Egypt.
So there's a guy named Mohamed Salah, Mo Salah.
Mo Salah.
Not
less Salah.
He's a
Mo
Muslim
Salah.
who plays in Liverpool. He plays for Liverpool as a
Yeah.
club team. They qualified for the World Cup on a last-second penalty kick that Salah took. The whole country went crazy. He's super likable guy, very friendly, donates money to charity.
Right.
He broke the scoring record in the Premier League this year.
Wow.
Yeah. They have a chant now in Liverpool that goes, if he scores another few, then I'll become a Muslim too.
Oh.
So it's it's one of those instances where sports can unite people.
That's what I love about sports.
I don't know if
Absolutely.
you've noticed, things are a little bit trying right now.
No, I don't know
we're
anything.
at each other's throats a little bit. Everyone's a little upset.
Yeah.
And that's a bright story.
So what you're saying is, okay, so Mo Salah and Egypt.
Salah in Egypt.
Egypt. All right. So they are now on my list. Go ahead. What's
Okay,
next?
so they're an underdog,
Yeah.
but he's an amazing player.
All right.
So introduce your son to him.
All right, got it. I hope you at home are taking notes like me. Go ahead.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo. All right. What about Chris? Who's he play for?
He plays for Portugal.
For Portugal.
Portugal
All right.
won the European Championships.
Yes.
He won on Real Madrid,
Uh-huh.
the Champions League, 3 years in a row.
All right.
He is just a phenomenon. They say if an artist was going to paint the ideal soccer player, they'd
Yes.
paint Lionel Messi from Argentina. If
Okay.
an engineer was going to build the ideal soccer player,
my
they would
gosh.
build Cristiano Ronaldo.
Wow, this is very
He can
fascinating.
do things that the human body shouldn't be able to do.
All right. And let me ask you a question while you tell me all this valuable information. Do your kids know all these people that you are referring me to?
They're
learn?
getting there. This World Cup's going to be a big step forward.
Okay,
they
so-
know Ronaldo. They know Salah.
All right, so they know those two. Because my son, with cycling, he knows the key guys, and he roots for them when we watch cycling together.
Greg LeMond and Lance
No,
Armstrong.
you're a
and
little
stuff.
behind times, but that's okay. All right, so we got Cristiano Ronaldo.
That's right.
All right, what's next?
Spain, there's Gerard Piqué's Shakira. Shakira's married to him. Not that he's like a super phenomenal player, but he's on Spain, so he's pretty good.
So
And he's
that's
married
really
to
the
Shakira.
only reason you're telling me is because he's married to
That
Shakira.
whole team, the whole team of Spain just is really good.
All right,
Argentina, Lionel Messi.
Messi. Okay.
You have to allow your kid to watch Messi play.
Why is that, Myles?
Because he's so fast and he's got such a strong shot and he's just gifted. Him and Ronaldo, they're like non-human almost of how good at soccer they are.
So when
It's
you say
amazing.
they're non-human, what do they do? Give me one example of what spectacular things they do so that I understand.
All right, let's see. So Ronaldo, one of the recent games, it wasn't the final, but the ball comes, it's in on the cross. Do you know what a bicycle kick is?
Sure, of course.
Yeah. He bicycle kicks it out of the air, straight into the net. And this is something where a normal person, you throw the ball up in the air.
Yeah.
And you could maybe, with a lot of practice, just be able to do it.
Sure, as a little trick to show your friends, look what I can do.
And we're talking about fluid motion, games moving at
Yeah.
the top levels. And Ronaldo can just, elevate himself. He can kick the ball with probably either foot and put it in the net. And so it's feats like that where you don't see him like shank those things.
I see.
It's
So the way you have described it, it does sound spectacular.
yeah.
So,
Messi is more of he's a little bit shorter.
Yeah.
But he's so fast. He's kind of like Maradona. He can dribble really quickly, hold the ball close. He can squeeze into an opening and then rip a shot that's really strong with barely any daylight. So,
All right.
And he plays up top.
Okay.
And he's fun to watch.
All right, so now at least I have some background information, some key information, because obviously in order to excite my son, I have to give him something exciting to talk
That's
about.
right. And we don't want to overwhelm him with too many players.
No,
right?
yeah, I think that's plenty.
Well, let me give you one more.
One more?
Neymar.
Neymar.
And Brazil.
Brazil. All
Those four, I think, you'll be in good shape.
All right,
They're
Neymar,
very
Brazil.
well known. Brazil they're one of the favorites
Right.
along with Germany.
right. Okay.
So they're a team to watch.
So, and usually Brazil, I mean, most people know that usually Brazil is always in the top echelon of soccer.
That's right.
Is it too early to ask you who you're looking to see in the finals?
Germany,
All right.
I think, is my pick.
Germany is your pick. All right. And just to review, this is the World Cup is only once every 4 years.
Yeah.
So we can only expect this kind of show once every 4 years. Oh, no, we're going to do this for the next few weeks. But this is interesting information that so do the kids get up with you every morning and watch these games? Are they really into it? Or is it just dad kind of forcing the kids to do stuff?
Well, this is only the first day that we've had the World Cup, so we'll just have to see.
Okay.
I'd like to get up early. There's something special about getting up early with your kids.
Right.
And it adds an extra level of gravity to a game
And
if
so-
you're waking up at 5 a.m. to see it.
Are they as excited as you are, or are you still trying to sell them on the whole idea?
Here's the whole thing. Here's
Yeah.
something I've realized being a dad.
Oh, yeah. What is that?
When you're excited about something,
Yeah.
sports,
Yeah.
it's contagious.
Oh.
So you can brainwash your kids so easily. It's like
Brainwash your
it can be such a blessing, or it can be a like a disease, right?
Oh.
Like if you're a Browns fan and
Yeah.
you transfer that to your child,
Right.
I mean, poor them, right? But honestly, my oldest child,
That's right.
I gave him Broncos fandom, and the Broncos gave us a Super Bowl.
There you go.
The very next year.
And he now is a huge Broncos
Now he's
fan.
sold.
Right.
I mean, and they're all actually, we got the gear.
Yeah.
They're Broncos fans. They don't know why there's Broncos fans, but they are on board.
Well, that's great.
Yeah. So if you're excited about soccer and you say like, hey, I'm gonna root for Iceland, or hey, I want like Ronaldo to score goals,
Yeah.
and you pass that on to your kids, it's a lot easier than you think. They're like
Okay.
they're blank slates for this stuff.
That's true.
They like seeing you excited about stuff.
That's right. Yeah. And so there's the tip of the day. Get excited. The kids will get excited right
Yeah,
behind you.
your fandom is a disease. Pass it along to your kids.
And most people don't know this about you. You play soccer.
I do.
Yeah, and you have some scars to prove it.
I mean, and here's the thing: the goal of the century.
Yeah.
We play like make-believe soccer, right?
Right.
And it's so much fun.
Uh-huh.
I love it. I score horrible goals, and it's not even that often. And it's something that you can imagine and think about, like, for the rest of your life. You relive it.
Right. Of course.
It's so great. Just imagine if you could relive the goal of the century.
And do the kids go and watch you play, and do they get excited about Daddy play, or is it more like, oh, Dad's got to go watch?
It's a long drive late at night.
Oh, okay. So
not yet.
Not yet. All right. But you probably talk to them about it, and they probably get somewhat excited about it.
Oh yeah. They asked me if I scored.
Yeah.
Sometimes I got to lie.
You don't want to make yourself look bad in front of your kids. No, that would be bad.
Son, I play defense. I stop people from scoring. They're like, yeah, whatever.
Well, that's pretty exciting, Myles. I'm now going to attempt. I'm going to try to share this information with my son to see what happens. Maybe this would be like an experiment that over the next few weeks while we do this, we can then give the results out at the end of this experiment.
Yeah, let's see. Let's
right.
see if you can get your son to really like soccer. I'm going to try the same thing.
All right.
Try a few things here and there.
All right. I will do, and we will report back to everyone, so stay tuned. All right, and then when cycling comes around, when the Tour de France comes around, maybe we'll have a Tour de France show.
I'd love to.
All right. Okay.
Pass me the disease of being a bicycle fan.
This is exciting, Myles. Thank you. Now, let me tell you some exciting news, too.
Let's hear.
Well, as you know, and as I've mentioned before, the boy left for 3 weeks.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Is that why you just seem to have a glow about you?
It's true. Yeah, Grammy came to town and spent a week with us here, and then took the boy home with her, and then he was going to meet with her cousin. She was going to have Grammy camp, and it was going to be great. And then my wife and I would stay here, and we'd be alone for 3 long weeks. And you know how it's been?
How?
Fantastic. It's been great. I mean, we've missed him, right? Obviously.
You know he's going to listen to this someday.
Yeah, probably. But it's true. We have missed him, but it is kind of nice to turn the parent switch off and the husband and wife switch back on. It's, well, hang on, let me rephrase that. I mean, you know what I mean.
We're taking this podcast to territory it's never been before.
But it's nice to be able to just go out to dinner when you want. Just sit and chat, whatever, without having to manage the
yell at
third
somebody.
Party. So, but is it wrong that we miss him, but maybe not miss him all that much? Is that bad?
Is it bad? No, you got to enjoy life.
Of course, yes.
What am I trying to say?
I don't know.
It's not bad. A little variety, mix things up. I'm
That's
sure
right.
He enjoyed being away from you guys.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, when we called him at the beginning, we would call him and say, "Hey, how's it going?" He's, "Oh, great."
He's like, "Who is this?"
Yeah, exactly. He was like,
"What do you want?"
I got so many things to do. I can't talk right now. Bye. Click.
Great, Dad. See ya.
Exactly. So now, although now that towards the end of the 3 weeks, we're approaching the end is near. And we called him last night, and we said, "Hey, how's it going? Are you having fun?" "Yeah." "Oh, are you doing so?" "Oh, I'm just, we're eating right now." "Oh, are you looking forward to coming back?" And I fully expect, "No, I want to stay here forever." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm ready." So I was like, okay. So the end is approaching, and we have just 2 more days left, or 3 more days left.
Okay.
Yeah. So while we're excited to get him back, we're also a little a little sad that the fun is, well, I hate to say fun, but the freedom, should I say.
He'll be off to college in like 10 years.
Something to look forward to. But the irony of all this, while we had him away, the day he's coming back happens to be Father's Day.
You don't say.
So it's like, happy Father's Day, your freedom's over.
You better come back with gifts, right? I mean,
I would think.
Not empty-handed.
No, of course. But the beautiful thing is, and I'll give him props because you know how much I love to give my boy props. He asked me on my last phone call with him, he says, "Well, Daddy, are you working on Father's Day?" And I said, No, I'm taking the day off. He says, "Good, because I want to spend the day with you." Now that was a nice way. Maybe that's just a sneaky way to make me want him to come back.
I actually am busy that day.
So yeah, so it's kind of nice and a little disappointing, but I'm looking forward to actually seeing him and hanging out with him. But more importantly, Myles, this Sunday is probably what I consider one of the most important days of the year. It's Father's Day.
Yeah.
And I always look forward to it. I don't know about you. Do you look forward to it, or is it just something else you have to do? What is it for you?
No, it's great. You know,
right?
it's become breakfast in bed has become like a tradition.
Oh, they cook you
in
breakfast
our
in
house.
bed. Oh, that's fantastic.
Well, cook or get.
Oh, all right.
I mean, I
That's
think
acceptable.
every holiday, whether it's turning into something for birthdays and for Mother's and Father's Day, where they'll just go and do it themselves. So it started out with us kind of showing them the ropes.
Right.
And the last few times have been we get like a couple apples on a plate and a glass of milk.
That's nice.
So I'm kind of looking forward to see how this thing progresses.
Oh. Yeah, I mean,
from apples to like we'll see if maybe some toast will be involved.
Oh, that would be nice. And of course, but it's still cool to have your kids.
It's awesome.
You bring over something and want to spend that special day with you. But did you? Is it more important for you to have freedom, or so that you go out and do your thing, or do you actually spend the entire day with them?
Spend the whole day with it. We get like a sleep-in period usually,
all right.
and then you get to pick what you do with the family that day.
And what is the thing that you plan on doing this year?
I don't know. I think a little World Cup, a little hiking outside.
I see.
Maybe go see The Incredibles later.
All right. Well, that sounds lovely. I haven't decided what I'm going to do. I could just go out on a bike ride and disappear, but I am looking forward to it. And seeing
you got to do part of the day with
of course,
being an actual father.
Yeah, and he typically makes breakfast in bed, and he'll try to surprise me. It's like, oh,
what does he bring you?
Well, no, typically he'll go with my wife, and they'll make something, and then he'll bring me that.
What if he did not get any help?
If he didn't
that's
get
how
any
it's been
help,
at my house the last few times.
I would probably end up with a piece of
Apples.
fruit, maybe something to that effect. Maybe a frozen waffle, and I don't know if it would be frozen or toasted. Well, it could be up in the air, but or no, he can do a cinnamon toast. He has learned the art of doing. Well, it's cinnamon bread. He adds a little butter. He's pretty good at that. He can do that. So maybe that's what I would get. And
I'm thinking of making the pancake mix tonight and leaving it conspicuously out.
with a little note here.
There's
Pancake
the
mix.
dries, here's the wets, mix them together. Exactly.
Well, it's something
I have
to
a
look
feeling.
forward to.
I have a feeling. My prediction tomorrow is breakfast will be a bowl of cereal upside down in the hallway outside of my bedroom door because it doesn't make it on the tray.
Well, I'm looking forward to it, and we'll report back. And of course, next week we'll talk about how Father's Day ended up, and of course, World Soccer, because I'm sure everybody wants to know what's going to be happening in both.
I'm sure.
So we're still here at King's Deli drinking some coffee. And Myles, we've reached the time in the show where we rate our coffee on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best. Myles, you had the triple macchiato.
Triple mock.
Now remember, we're at a deli, and it's unusual to have coffee at a deli. But they do have a full espresso bar with serving groundwork coffee, which is always a good bean. And they actually have the nice machines to do it. And if you walk in, it wouldn't be odd to order coffee here because they have all the right tools.
And Groundworks got the right raw materials.
Absolutely. So you had the triple macchiato. How is it?
It's just a little too cold for me.
All right.
But it's just fine as a drink.
Okay.
I'll give it a 6.
A 6. All right. Myles is giving his macchiato 6. I had the Americano, and as you all know, Americano is espresso with some hot water in there. And I got to be honest. I'm sure their sandwiches are fantastic. And I'm sure they know their sandwiches really well. But this is not my cup of tea. No, cup of coffee. It's very bitter. It's a little sour, and I just it's just not. Maybe they're not specialty.
Sour.
It's a little. It's just not right. Something is wrong with this. But I think it boils down to while you have all the right tools, if you don't know how to use your tools, you may end up not doing everything perfectly, right? So I think that that's what the art of being a barista helps to do. It helps your coffee is, or maybe it was just a bad morning. Who knows? But I tell you, for me, I'm gonna give this a 4.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's not the greatest, but look, this is a cool place. And of course, it has a TV, which is rule number 4 in our 3-week special. And we'll know more over the next month how these things go. So
It's going to be a challenge finding a place with the TV and an espresso bar.
but that's your job, sir. I'm just going to go along
We
for the
may
ride.
have to sacrifice the drip coffee rule.
Whoa,
Here and there.
no, I don't think that's possible. I'm sorry, the judges will not
come
allow
on.
that, Myles.
Maybe a sports bar with breakfast. And
Nope, but this will be interesting for all you out there to see if Myles can accomplish this amazing task.
we might be driving a bit of a distance.
Now, that would be okay if we had to drive to find us.
You'd rather drive in morning traffic than go drink drip coffee?
Rules are rules, Myles, and you being the rule master, we got to go by the rules.
What if we just had 3 rules and we could pick what the 3 rules were?
Oh boy, we're changing the show format. Here we
Okay.
go. So overall, this is a cool little place. Again, if you don't know exactly where it is, you will drive right by it and never know. But it's a neat little place, and if you're hungry, great pastrami sandwiches, great food. Myles is enjoying his. You're still enjoying your...
My bagel sandwich?
Yeah.
Oh, I just finished it. It was delicious.
Delicious. So that's all we have to say about King's Deli in Burbank. We hope you enjoyed our coffee podcast. And if you did, please subscribe and share it with your friends too. And now you can find our show, Myles, on Google Play Music.
Google Play.
Yes! And if you have any questions or even an idea for the show, you can let us know. You can hit us up on Facebook and Instagram as Coffee Cafe Podcast or Twitter as Coffee Cafe Dads. Thanks again for listening, and remember that we're here to hunt for the best coffee around so you don't have to. Until next week, enjoy the brew. See you, Myles.
Later, Jason.